Welcome to The Data Pulse, a data-driven health podcast breaking down key health trends and insights in South Carolina. Brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Public Health. Visit dph.sc.gov/SC Tracks. Better info, better health. Here's your host, Tony G.
I'm your partner in praise, Tony G. Welcome inside this edition of the Data Pulse. We're about to start a conversation about the website SC Tracking. It's a data website which provides a network of health and environmental data to help track and study potential relationships between South Carolina's environment and health. You can find it at dph.sc.gov/SC Tracking. We'll talk about the website, how it came about, and what you can do with it with Katie O'Shields Free after this.
Are you looking for accurate data for school projects, grant applications, or business presentations? SC Tracking has that. Go to dph.sc.gov/SC Tracks. SC Tracking tracks state and county level data. It's easy to get started. Visit dph.sc.gov/SC Tracks. Better info, better health. Brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Public Health.
Welcome back to this edition of the Data Pulse. Today we are talking with Katie O'Shields Free. She is with the South Carolina Department of Public Health, and she specializes with this website, SC Tracking. Once again, you can find at dph.sc.gov/tracking. Katie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me, Tony. How are you?
Having a great day, Katie. It's a great day as well to talk about the South Carolina Tracking website. I understand that you've just gotten married, so let's talk about that and tell us about yourself as well.
Yes. So I am, like you said, Katie O'Shields Free. I got married this past May, or in May of 2024, and I am a native of South Carolina. I am born and raised in the state. I'm originally from Clinton, South Carolina. I moved to Columbia to attend the University of South Carolina, where I received my Bachelor's of Science in Public Health and then my Master's of Science in Public Health with the focus in epidemiology. Upon finishing my master's, I was fortunate enough to get a job here at the Department of Public Health, where I was a chronic disease epidemiologist. Through my time at DPH, I was able to kind of find my niche in really learning and loving being able to interact with data of all different types and being able to get that data into the communities so that data can kind of ignite change within not just the state level, but all of our local level communities as well.
So how did your department actually get involved with the project, or did it originate from your department?
Great question. So SC Tracking is kind of a sub-shoot of a bigger national grant called the Environmental Public Health Tracking Grant. And that grant is a 5-year agreement that comes from the CDC. And so our department, or DPH, applied to be one of the 33 funded jurisdictions in the nation by putting together an application and a proposal showcasing what we would do and why data and why environmental health is important to South Carolina. So we were successful in submitting an application that showcased the need for the tracking program. And so since that tracking program began here in South Carolina in 2022, we've hit the ground running, trying to bring data to life through dashboards, infographics, data walks, anything data. We are trying to have our hand in it to help the citizens of the state.
And that's what we're talking about today. SC Tracking, a data website which provides a network of health and environmental data to help track and study potential relationships between South Carolina's environment and health. So let's start with the website, how it works, and why it would be of interest to the average South Carolinian.
Yes. So I think it's a great website. I am a little biased as I've helped build the website, but I think it's a great website because it has a topic or topics that relate to everyone in the state. There is something that interests everyone, and all of the data is relevant as this is data that impacts you, your family, your friends, your communities, etc. So all of the we have a lot of different data products. One of the data products, kind of our key shining data products, are things called dashboards. And these dashboards are interactive data tools that allow users to view an assortment of data that is specific to their needs and to their topic. So all of our dashboards allow the user to select kind of their geographic level of detail. So we know that our counties in the state are different. So whether you live in Lawrence County or Florence or Allendale, you can find data that is specific to your county because we know that our counties are so different. And all of these dashboards, like I mentioned, we have topics covering so many different things. We have environmental topics, we have health topics. So if you want to see more information about asthma, we have it. We have cancer, we have water quality, air quality, Lyme disease, heat-related illnesses, heart attack, and stroke. So it's such an abundant, resource-heavy website that really has all the information that you need to get a better understanding of what is the health topic or issue affecting your community. Is the problem getting better or worse? What are some risk factors to that? How can we improve the data? And we also provide an information tab. So if you want to get more information that's not just data, but maybe about, I am, curious if I might have asthma, what should I do next? We provide those resources because we just, data is great, but so what? What can you do after you get that data? Additionally, a lot of our data, and, we hear this all the time, data is only as good as, the most recent year available, but all of our data products are updated yearly. So we make sure that our data is as current as possible. So all of our dashboards and infographics are going through their updating phase, and they will be updated by July of 2025. So all the data will be as current. You won't be able to find any newer data than our website. And we also add new products very frequently. So we're also in the process of releasing new dashboards, new infographics. So it's not just a website that you go to once. It's a dashboard that you can go to and continue to come back to as the resources are continuing to increase, improve. It really is a website meant for everyone.
We're spending some time today with Katie O'Shields Free about the website SC Tracking. All that data, can they make it come to life so it can be easier for you to understand and do something with? We'll find out after this.
It seems like data is everywhere these days, but is it reliable? Data from SC Tracking is both accurate and reliable. It's easy to find, easy to use, and has a guide to help you find the information you need. Visit dph.sc.gov/SC Tracks. Do you want to compare health conditions in your county to the rest of your state? SC Tracking tracks that. Maybe you're concerned about air quality where you live. SC Tracking tracks that. Or maybe you're interested in rates of different types of cancer in your county. SC Tracking tracks that too. Visit the SC Tracking website at dph.sc.gov/SC Tracks and try it out. Better info, better health. Brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Public Health.
Welcome back to the Data Pulse. I'm your partner in praise, Tony G, along with Katie Shields Free. She's from the South Carolina Department of Public Health. We've been talking about the SC Tracking website. Lots of data there, lots of numbers, women, men, this, that, and they have a term called data visualization. That means they bring the data to life for you to understand a little easier. Let's talk about that a little.
Yeah, we know that data can be scary for individuals. It's not something that a lot of people are, used to using. And so we do try to make the data as user-friendly as possible. So on our websites and on our dashboards, all of the data, like I mentioned, is interactive. So if you're hovering your mouse over a county or the state map, you'll be able to get a description of what that map is showing you. Mm-hmm. You'll be able to see, Lawrence County's asthma rate is this. This is what that means. This is higher or lower than the state rate. You'll also see those interpretations really help the user to have they can see the visual, but they also get the written out form of what that data point is telling you, because we want people to see the data, but we also want them to understand the data, because without understanding, they're not going to be able to make those next steps and the next connections in relations to improving the health of their communities. So we really tried to make the data as user-friendly as possible. We wanted to make showcase a variety of different data points. So we didn't want to just put one number. Here's the state's number for cancer. We wanted to show the cancer rate for all of the different counties in the state. So where can we see pockets of higher levels of cancer? We also wanted to see a trend line. So over time, is cancer getting better or worse in our certain counties? We wanted to see, are there certain population groups that are impacted more? So are males and females impacted by cancer equally? Are certain racial groups impacted the same? So we wanted to provide that level. So we're really trying to showcase the whole kind of gamut of data points on that topic. So we really did want to make it as comprehensive as possible. And I think with the help of the various data managers, data stewards, data visualization specialists on our team, I think we've done a really good job at doing that.
So you made me think about something else, although we were talking to South Carolinians about South Carolina right now. What if it was somebody from North Carolina or Georgia who was thinking about moving to various areas in South Carolina? They could get information about those particular areas and the health concerns in those areas as well, right?
Yes, that is a great opportunity for people. We know our state is the fastest growing state in the nation. So we want people coming in to have all of the different resources so they're able to understand the community that they're living in, they're living in or could be moving to. One of our dashboards that we have on the website is something called a community profile. So like I mentioned, we have 13 dashboards. Most of them, 12 of the 13, are specific to a certain health topic. Like I mentioned, the cancer or the diabetes or the air quality, things like that. But we have something called a community profile. So that's where you can pick your community. If you're about to move here from North Carolina and you're going to come to Horry County or to Charleston, you can click that community and it's going to show you a high-level summary of all of the dashboard indicators on one easy to digest page. So that's where you can see, how is my county doing compared to the rest of the state? And you can get a lot of that information from that community profile. If you are even moving in between the state, in between counties in the state, you can see, I'm moving from Richland to Lexington. What is the differences in my health and environment just moving from one county to the next?
Katie, we just have a few more minutes left. Let's talk about the data walk. That's an important part of this whole process. Explain that to us.
Yes, data walks are one of my most favorite things here at the Department of Public Health. And that is where we take the data, we print them out on these very large posters, and we bring them to the communities. So the various data analysts, data specialists, epidemiologists in that topic go to the communities, and we present this data to the communities. And we are, we divide people up into groups, and we go around we walk around the different data stations where you learn and you see the data that's impacting your community or your county. Mm-hmm. And so this is where we bring that local level data to the communities with our subject matter experts. So the community members are able to ask as many questions as they want. They're able to hear from the experts why we might be seeing some of these numbers the way that they are. And then we bring the group together full of cross-cutting individuals. So we have people from all different sectors of the community really showing a snapshot of that area. And they then vote on what they think the three most important areas are to work in that community.
Katie Shields-Free joining us from the South Carolina Department of Public Health. Thanks so much for joining us today, Katie.
Thank you so much, Tony.
You've been listening to The Data Post. Join us again next week.